Burnley against Arsenal, a chance for Arsenal to get another 3 points at a ground they've never lost at in the Premier League. In fact, the last time they were there, they won by 5-0. Is this the stage of the season when you've got League Cup games, you've got Champions League games, you've got league games, that Arteta's starting to think, okay, I can't play the same team every single week. Could this be a fixture he maybe tweaks one or two things?
He might tweak it in the game tonight. There's a lot of press coverage over here about Max Damman, the 15-year-old, and he said how much of an admirer he is, and I'd imagine he might start the game tonight. But I think he'll put his wise head on Mikel Arteta, and he'll think Burnley away. Like, we shouldn't slip up there. They won't slip up there. Arsenal will win. They'll win the game comfortably. But don't take any chances when you go into the Burnley game. Pick the same back four. Pick those leaders at the back. Have the clean sheet. Go and hit them for 3 or 4 because they will. Because they're a better side. And I think, honestly, you look at what Man City done last week, losing against Villa, Liverpool in transition, in awful form. I would be stunned if Arsenal don't win the league. And that's not me putting any pressure on them. I watch them and I think they're head and shoulders literally at the back above everyone else in the Premier League. And they'll walk the Prem. If they keep their heads on and everyone stays fit and they keep playing the way they're playing, no one scores against them, no one can get a shot against them, they walk the league this year.
Just looking at the league table, 3 goals conceded. And that's the problem. Last week, and I know you were covering the Chelsea-Sunderland game, George Graham was watching the Arsenal game. And it was like going back to 1-0 to the Arsenal. The difference as a player knowing that 1 goal probably is going to be enough to win a game in a week is got to be huge, because there's some teams that aren't guaranteed victories. Look at Liverpool. They can't get a clean sheet for love nor money right now. So they know they're going to have to score at least 2 to win the game. Arsenal know that 1's enough, even though they score more than 1 every week.
That's the basics of football. And that's the dynamic. If you're Liverpool and you know no clean sheets in 9, we're going to have to score 2 or 3 to try and win a game. Arsenal are just in that mode where they're super confident. They're all banging form. They're keeping clean sheets. You don't get a shot against them, never mind score against them. And they're just thinking, with the midfield players that we've got, with the forwards and wingers that we've got, there's every chance we'll score at least 1. If they score 2, forget about it. No one's scoring 2 against Arsenal unless they have a massive blip. I just don't see it. I just think they're too strong.
What about Champions League-bound Bournemouth? They've got to be heavy favourites to win at Man City, haven't they?
I mean, the way they play, they're a brilliant story, aren't they?
What a brilliant story. Iraola, what a job he's done.
So they lost the goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. They lost Kirkes. They lost 2 centre-backs, one to PSG and one to Real Madrid. Decimated by sales. And the better. I mean, it's a combination of Iraola, who, by the way, the next time I think a big manager's job comes around, he'll be high on someone's list. Whether that's in the Premier League or maybe he's got grand designs on going back to La Liga, he'll be cherry-picked, pardon that pun. What a job they're doing. The recruitment's amazing. The football they play is amazing. There's a lot of teams now looking at Bournemouth thinking, well, we need some of them players. Liverpool will try and go in for Semenyo. Everyone's cherry-picking their best players because they're just a brilliant story and they're winning and they're scoring and they're entertaining.
I have to end with 2 of your former clubs, Sunderland and Everton. Sunderland, what a story for them. Through the playoffs last year in the Championship. And they're flying. 5 wins, 2 draws out of 9. They've only lost 2. That's a good one this weekend, is it not? Sunderland, Everton.
Yeah, the Don Derby. Granit Xhaka has made a massive difference. He played the game against Chelsea like he had pipe and slippers on. It was so comfortable for him. He was taking loads of touches. He was standing on the ball. He was waiting for players to move. You know, the old phrase in football that you wait a second, the whole picture changes. He's got that. He's a brilliant player, but a real experienced head, calming all the younger players around him. I've just got no doubt the good times are coming for Everton. I think David Moyes will get it right. I hope they sign Jack Grealish full term in that January window or the summer. It's a game that it's hard to predict, but I think Sunderland will 100% stay up. They're going to buck that trend. Already they're halfway there in terms of their points total. 35 might be enough, but the teams that are in the bottom 3 now are really struggling. So a great game, I think, for both sides, both fans just to tune into, thinking like we're both going to be safe. It's going to be a great game. Can't call it. Bring it on.